Hello, this is a short presentation continuing our discussion on how to solve linear equations, specifically when they have fractions. Now, when we have an equation of this form, 2/5 x equals some number, in this case 14, we can solve the equation by multiplying both sides by the reciprocal. Okay, multiply by the reciprocal. By the reciprocal. Instead of multiplying by 5 and then dividing by 2, doing it in 2 steps, we can multiply by the reciprocal times 5/2. What happens here, the 2's cancel, the 5's cancel, and on the left side we're left just with x or 1x. And then here 2 goes into 14 7 times, 2 goes into 2 once, and we multiply across, we get 35 over 1, or 35. So in one quick step, we've solved the equation, multiplying by the reciprocal. Now if there's more terms, then it might get ugly. But when it's an equation in this form, just multiply by the reciprocal. Here's our second example, and this is with multiple fractions. All right? If we multiply through by 4, because that denominator is 4, we'd get rid of this fraction, but not this one or this one. Multiply by 6, we'd get rid of this one, but not the 4. Then we would get rid of the 3. If we multiply by the 3, we get rid of this one, but not the 6 and not the 4. We need to choose a number that's going to get rid of all the fractions. To do that, we multiply both sides, multiply everything, by the least common denominator. We're going to multiply every single term by the least common denominator. And that will eliminate every fraction. So the first question is, what is the least common denominator? What is the least common denominator for this problem? And hopefully you see that it's 12. 12 is the least common denominator. So what I'm going to do is rewrite the problem 3/4 x plus, and I'm going to leave a space, 5/6 equals, and I'm going to leave a space, 2/3 x minus, and I'm going to leave a space. And then I'm going to go through and multiply times 12. Times 12, times 12, times 12. I'm going to multiply everything by that least common denominator. Now, 4 goes into 12 3 times. And really it's 12 over 1. Put this all over 1. There's no fraction here, it doesn't matter. 6 goes into 12 twice. 3 goes into 12 4 times. And now I've eliminated my fractions. 3 times 3, 9x, plus 2 times 5, 10, equals 4 times 2, 8x, 12 times 1 is 12. I have now completely and totally eliminated the fractions. The problem is now very simple. I'm going to move my x, minus 8x, to both sides. And I get 1x, 9x minus 8x is 1x, plus 10 equals negative 12. Then I subtract negative 10 from both sides. Pay attention to your signs. I noticed that some people are messing the problems up because of the signs, but minus 12 and a minus 10 is minus 22. And we have our answer. All right, so to reiterate, if the problem is a simple basic problem, basically two terms, like this, change the color, we have a fraction times x equals some number, we can multiply both sides by the reciprocal. Multiplying by the reciprocal eliminates the fraction here, and the problem is solved. One step. If we have multiple fractions, in this case we have multiple fractions, then we multiply by the least common denominator. Least common denominator will eliminate this fraction, that fraction. It eliminates all the fractions. So we ended up with a very, very simple equation to solve. All right, I hope that helps. Have a nice day.